In this video, you see the solution to this practice exercise. You first open an existing project, place a component and investigate the current insertion point. Next, you open the family for editing and change several properties of the reference planes. Finally, you redefine the origin and load the family back into the project and test the updated family. I already have the reference planes project open. We'll begin by placing out our desktop family. On the Architecture tab in the Build panel, go ahead and select Place a Component. You'll notice that we now have our desktop family on our cursor. Notice that the insertion point is in the center of this family. Our intended insertion point is the bottom left-hand corner, but of course it's going to be very difficult to place it as the current insertion point is on the center. We'll place down one of these components approximately in this location, and then click the Modify button to release the command. We'll now edit this family. Go ahead and select the desktop component, and in the Mode panel, go ahead and select Edit Family. We're now in the Family Editing environment. In the Project Browser, under the Floor Plans folder, go ahead and open up the reference level. We'll begin by selecting the vertical reference plane in the center of our family. We'll notice here that this is currently pinned. On the Modify panel, you'll note here that we can unpin that reference plane. In the Properties palette, you'll note that the name is currently set to Center Left Right. We'll change this to Center Vertical. We would also uncheck Defines Origin. We'll now repeat this for the horizontal reference plane. Let's select the horizontal reference plane. Again, on the Modify panel, we'll unpin the reference plane. And in the Properties palette, we'll change the name to Center Horizontal. And once again, uncheck Defines Origin. We'll now redefine our origin with the intersection of two reference planes. Go ahead and select this reference plane here, and with the Control key held down, select this reference plane here. We'll begin by pinning these reference planes. On the Modify panel, go ahead and select Pin. In the Properties palette, we'll check Defines Origin, and we'll also change the IsReference Instance property from Weak Reference to a Strong Reference. We'll now test our edits by loading this into the project and closing it. In the Family Editor panel, go ahead and select Load into Project and Close. We're prompted to save the changes, so let's go ahead and select Yes. And because this family already exists, we're asked if we want to overwrite the existing version or overwrite the existing version and its parameter values. We haven't changed any of the parameter values, so we'll use the first option, overwrite the existing version. The first thing we'll notice is that the origin has changed on the existing family that we placed out. Let's now place a new instance of this family. We'll go ahead and select the Architecture tab, and in the Build panel, we'll select Place a Component. We'll now notice that the insertion point is in the correct place in the bottom left-hand corner of our desk, and we can now place a desk at this location. To release the command, we'll go ahead on the Context ribbon and select Modify.